What's going on YouTube? This is Fish Freak Phil. Giving you an update on my Cobalt Aquatics C-VUE. I want to talk to you about a few things and show you a couple of new additions in terms of corals to the tank. Also, I added a fish to this one. My Watchman goby I had a yellow Watchman goby who kept ending up in the sump area, so I just brought him back and just figured like he wasn't happy in the tank and he kept escaping out of it to get into the sump area. So rather than see him die or accidentally jump out, I just brought him back. I got a Rainford goby instead, which I absolutely love these fish. And he might be hiding out somewhere. I just saw him earlier doing his thing. Added some corals, some aquaporas, some right there in the middle there, Montipora centosa, I believe it is. Up there is a campfire digitata. I got another piece of that right there. It's a Superman, I believe it's digitata or aquapora, I don't recall. This is supposed to, I got from my local LFS, is supposed to be a deep water aquapora. I don't know. He wasn't too sure because he's had it so long. He it's from his display tank. He hooked me up with a piece of that. And I brought my rainbow A can over here. And this bad boy is definitely doing awesome. Stuck it to a rock, give it some more, something to grow up on. And you see up there some more aquapora. And of course I got a couple of, this is the Midas zoanthid that I had in the other tank. And this is a new addition, it's a Fruit Loop. Yeah, Fruit Loop zoanthid. I got a couple of heads on there. One of the other things I want to talk to you about is ick and other pests that might get in your tank. On my Fluval, I noticed signs of ick on my yellow clown goby, and I don't quarantine, so I started treating this tank as well as the other tank with this Polyp Lab Medic. Now what it does, it kills the ick not on the fish. It kills the ick in its free swimming stages, when it's going to the gravel and it's coming up to find a host. That's when it kills it. So these fish are healthy, they're still eating, they're active, mainly on the clown goby. I've had another one before and I don't know, it was fine for the first few days, and then they stress out for whatever reason, and then they show signs of ick. So I don't quarantine, and if you're like me, you're probably using the same stuff you use on this tank. If you have multiple tanks, if you use the same equipment on 2 different tanks, understand you got to treat them in terms of parasites and stuff like that the same way. Understand that if you're putting your hands in one tank and then going to another one, you're probably transferring microorganisms and things like that from one tank to the other. I treat the tanks the same, so if I see signs of stress in the other one, I start dosing both tanks or whatever, treating both tanks the same. This coral, it looks like a middle finger, is the is another piece of the campfire digitata that I got. I had a couple frags, so I put a piece in here as well. I'm gonna put that up top somewhere. See how that grows. Yeah. Yeah, so he's still very active. I'm sure I'm about to feed them in a little bit. I'm sure he's a very greedy one there, that guy. But yeah, so I'll be treating this for the next 10 days and seeing how things go. My clownfish, I noticed, was a little, he looked a little funny today. I was looking at him and I was like, yeah, he had a spot on, he may have rubbed it off, but looking at his slime coat, it's not looking the greatest. It's like he looks almost slimy a little bit, like he's fighting something. So I started treating this tank as well pretty aggressively. My cleaner wrasse that I had in here died, so I have a feeling that that was also helping things out a bit. The cleaner shrimp has been in overdrive as my angel's been going to see him repeatedly. So, you know, like he's kind of just basically hanging out with the cleaner and letting him just do his thing, and he'll swim away and then come back. He's probably getting cleaned right now. So look at that. So there's obviously some signs of something going on. So I'm gonna be treating. Now they say the directions say twice a day. So I'll be doing that. And for this, I'm not going to hold back in terms of dosage like I do on other things. I'm gonna using actually I might even slightly overdose a little bit. Make sure I don't want to lose any fish to ick or anything like that. I mean, fish die, but it's always it's never, you know, you try to prevent things like that. So, and then I also want to be adding a cleaner rasp again to this tank. Hopefully that'll also help with the situation. Anyway, giving you guys a quick update on both tanks, the C-VUE 40 and the Cobalt Aquatics 13.5. Letting you see what's happening. Yeah, they're always hungry. Every time I walk near the tank, Betty Joe, my firefish, is just ready to go. And yeah, Congo view, look at it. Perched on top, king of the mountains, waiting. Yeah, so I mean, outside of my clownfish, all the other fish are acting pretty normal. He's just actively swimming, but you kind of know your fish after a while. He just doesn't look normal. But yeah, hopefully we'll knock this out and get him back to normal. I might even freshwater dip him if he starts to decline in health. Anyway, just giving you guys an update. This is Fish Freak Phil. Do your research, try things out, and see what happens. Later, y'all.